Why are so many Democrats taking a position against the president and quite frankly, toward Iran?
Well, hi, Kelly. Look, none of us want a nuclear Iran. That's a fact. But the way the president handled this was reckless. In 2015, Obama negotiated a deal that destroyed Iran's nuclear program and put them under international monitoring for the first time. In 2018, Trump tore up that deal despite Iran complying. And then last year, he claimed that he obliterated their nuclear facilities. That was obviously a lie. And just last week, the U.S. and Iran were in the middle of negotiations. But instead of diplomacy, Trump chose chaos. He has promised us no new wars, and yet he's doing just that. That is not strength, it's not consistent, and it's not America first.
Shwani, I want to get back to domestic issues here in the U.S. We led this show with the briefing in Austin, Texas, by looks like a radicalized Islamist that was in support of Iran. The Department of Homeland Security remains unfunded. Should Democrats work with Republicans today to reopen the government fully so that DHS has the funds it needs to monitor some of these sleeper cells?
Well, the reasons why the Democrats don't want to fund DHS and ICE is because ICE was acting unconstitutional, was trampling on our civil liberties and due process, and resulted in the death of U.S. citizens. Okay, so at the end of the day, and in regard to the sleeper cells, I also watched that press conference. They said it's too early to make any assumptions. But that ties into what was happening this past week. Negotiations were taking place between Iran and the U.S. The president pulled away and opted for military tactics, which undercuts the argument that this was immediate danger that allowed us no other option. And ironically, Trump's attacks right now are increasing the danger. Look, security is not ripping up agreements that contained the threat. It is not starting a war without broad international cooperation, and it's not pretending that bombs can solve what diplomacy was already holding in check. Real strength is not stopping a nuclear threat without dragging America into another endless war. That is what's happening right now.